Okay, guys, this is the final reaction video I'm gonna put up on the blueprint to for new content creators and small content creators. This really helped me out. This is arts, one of the foundational clips that really gave me insight and motivated me, and just the way he talked, described, and broke down YouTube and how to process and go through and the categorization. I used them same principles and other variations of what I try to do in different thing, marketing, analysis, other areas. So without further ado, let's watch what he says. This is for you guys, just to get you started.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So, I started making these YouTube videos way back in 2017, and when I got started, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, but this channel recently hit 2.7 million subscribers, which is insane, so thank you if you're a subscriber. And so I thought in this video we would break down the 3-step framework for how to grow, how to succeed on YouTube, in my humble opinion. And
Something's happening with this computer. I'm sorry. We can continue.
basically, it is 3 levels. Level 1, level 2, and level 3. And we work in between those levels and we kind of progress through those levels over time. And the first level is get going. The second level is get good. And the third level is get smart. And then even more excitingly, in between these 2 levels, we have 2 choices. We have choice number 1 and we have choice number 2. And so in this video, we're going to go through each of the levels, each of the choices, timestamps down below if you want to skip around. Let's go for it. Alrighty, so let's kick things off with level 1, which is to get going. Basically, when you're at level
Okay, I'm holding right there. Actually, guys, there's really some good principles. There's just the structure of it. It's really, we all do structures, but this is really good to have a structural starting point, starting platform to leap off from. And this is what I did. And I like to, between the points, there are 2 choices. Basically, it's time to make a decision. It's 2 times to think where you want to go, and you take a moment to think about it. And I really sat back and thought about it. I take an hour or two, 30 minutes, hour or two, and then think, is this, although I know I wanted to go further, I still went through the process of the blueprint of thinking about it. So this really helped me out to think, do I want to go forward or do I want to stay right where I'm at? Do I want to do something else? Or do I want to go to another social media platform, Instagram or Twitter or whatever? So it's really good. Watch the format.
1, your only objective is to just get started. This is where you're breaking that barrier, where you're getting out of your own way, where you're just uploading videos one at a time, and they're going to be really, really bad. They're going to be awful. Unless you already know how to make good videos, which is coming at level 2, you will not know how to talk to a camera. You're going to hate the sound of yourself on camera. You're going to hate the sound of your voice. You're going to think you're completely garbled. You won't be able to speak to the camera. You're going to think, oh my God, I'm actually okay speaking to people in real life, but all of a sudden, when I turn the camera on, suddenly it's just an absolute shit show. What's going on here? And the answer to all this stuff is that literally there is no way around it. You literally just have to get going. And so the
See right there, what he's saying right there. The ones you would look at the other people, just listen to how they speak and listen to how they talk, and look at the timeline and how long they've been on YouTube and everything. If you're a new YouTube content creator, understand you're at the beginning. You're not a broadcast journalist. You didn't go to broadcast journalist school. You didn't do any of these sorts. So when you've got these skills and you see that they're so polished and you're not, don't be afraid. It's called getting started. You're gonna be afraid. You're gonna be irritated. You're gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna be afraid. You're gonna be nervous. Whatever you have anxiety, whatever it is, that's it's natural because you're new. It's like riding a bike. You're new, so don't let it get to you. And don't look at the other YouTube content creators like even like him. He's very helpful, but you can see he's sharp, experienced, been doing it for a while. So he's on a different level. So we're just getting started. So remember that. And he's trying to get you to understand that we're getting started. So don't be take it for where you're at. Understand where you're at. You're at the beginning, at the first step. So this is fun. This is exciting. This is a new journey. This is a new experience. This is a new hobby. So let's go.
thing that I recommend to all my beginner part-time YouTuber Academy students, and what I'm recommending in my new Skillshare class, YouTube for Beginners, etc., is that you just need to kind of besmirch the blank page and get over that fear of uploading that first video. There's like baby steps here. If you want, you can upload your first video as unlisted so that no one's going to see it. And it tells you that, oh, uploading a video to YouTube isn't that hard. If you want as well, and one thing I'd recommend is that you literally just get your phone out, you shoot a video being like, hey, I'm starting a YouTube channel, here's why, and you upload it. And if you really want to, you can just leave it as unlisted. You don't even have to publish publish it because no one is going to see it. And then what you're going to realize once you've uploaded a video as unlisted, if you're still one of those people that's a bit scared of putting themselves out there, you'll realize that actually there's not that much difference between unlisted and published. I could just hit publish on the video. And then what you're going to realize is you hit publish on the video and no one cares. No one watches the video because you have no subscribers at this point. No one cares about you. As long as you don't share the link with your friends and family, no one is even going to know that you started a YouTube channel. And
that's the amazing point. I'm gonna stop right there. That was the point what I did. Hey guys, what I did outside of that, what I did was I actually recorded what he just said. Recorded the video quickly. Said, hey, my name is Frenchie. I'm a new YouTube content creator. I'm older. I just graduated from college, so I'm excited about this new journey I'm on. And bro, it was amazing. I never uploaded it, guys. I never uploaded it. I put that to the side. But then what I did was I went on YouTube and I looked at people's first YouTube video and what they say when they was getting started. I just did like that. How to upload your first YouTube video. And I watched everybody on there and channels and I looked at their facial expressions, what they feel. I listed the ones that explain it. And then the second thing that really gave me appeal, that really got my attention, it was like, hey, this is cool. I realized what he said. I have no major YouTube membership subscribers. So the people I did have, it wasn't a lot, and this was back then. Now it's 2020, 2025, and I have nobody know me. This was 2014, 15. So them people are way gone. They ain't even thinking about my YouTube channel anymore when I first started back then in college. So it was amazing to see that growth, to see that like, yeah, I'm new. I'm like, nobody knows me really. I haven't, nobody, I'm not important. So I'm not afraid. So that was the one I set it aside. And once I realized that and got over that, I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready now. I'm over the fear.
this idea is incredibly liberating for people because as all of our students on the YouTuber Academy have found out, the ones who were scared to put themselves out there initially, 99% of the fear is before you hit publish on that first video, and then 99% of the fear completely disappears. It's still a little bit, the whole talking to camera stuff, the whole sound of your voice, that gets better over time, but you realize how much effort you were putting into just creating that barrier for yourself and just not allowing yourself to actually start this thing, which involves taking a bit of a risk and putting yourself out there. Now, another question that we get often is like, do you have to make YouTube videos showing your face? Maybe you're a bit shy on camera, maybe you think your public speaking skills are not that amazing. And the answer is, you don't really have to. One of my friends, Aaron, who runs a YouTube channel called Mr. Who's the Boss, which is now on like 10 million subscribers. He spent his first like 3 years on YouTube making content where no one saw his face because he was scared he was gonna get bullied at school. But then over time, he got more comfortable there and now he's like the biggest tech YouTuber in Europe and making a ton of money and having a great time and living the dream. Now, at this point in the get going stage, even when someone's uploaded that first video, the next question is gonna be, what the hell do I make videos about? And my answer at this point is that it doesn't really matter. We're gonna worry about that a little bit later, but right now we just need to get going. And so if you're a complete beginner, there's a few video titles that are very easy to do. It's very easy to do a video called Why I'm Starting a YouTube Channel in 2022. It's very easy to do a video where you talk about a favorite thing of yours. And in fact, this is assignment number 1 that we give to students in our part-time YouTuber Academy. Like, talk about your favorite thing. In this video, I want to review this fake plant that I got from IKEA that I have on my desk at all times. It's very easy to do that kind of video. It's very easy to do a video where you, for example, talk about what's in my bag, or you talk about your skincare routine, or you talk about your makeup routine, and you don't have to do anything. You can just talk about these things that you already know. You are documenting rather than creating. It's pretty hard to create original content, and it feels like a heavy lift. But if all you're thinking about is, I'm just going to document stuff, and I know my videos are going to suck, and they're going to be awful, and no one's going to watch them, that's okay, because we're still at level 1, where the objective is just to get going. Now, coming back to our model, at the end of level 1, you then have a choice to make. And this is choice number 1. This is a crucial choice. And when it comes to choice 1, you really have 3 different options. Here are the 3 options in choice 1. Number 1 is, am I going to break up with YouTube? I have tried this YouTube thing. I've tried putting out a few videos out there. I would say in level 1, maybe you make 10 videos, 20 videos, something like that while you're getting going. Your first 20 videos are in level 1, the get going stage. These numbers are going to vary for different people, but that's a pretty reasonable ballpark. I think for me, I made 30 videos in the get going stage before I got to stage number 2. And so the question is, you've tried this thing, do you want to break up with YouTube? That's completely okay. You've tried out this thing as a hobby, you've decided it's not for you, you've realized it's too much of a heavy lift, you've realized you haven't got the time, you've realized your life and kids and job and family is getting in the way. That's totally okay. YouTube is not for everyone, but at least you've tried and now you won't be filled with regrets. on your deathbed thinking, oh, I really wish I'd started a YouTube channel 50 years ago in 2022 when it was still a cool thing to do. But okay, let's say you don't want to break up with YouTube. At that point, there is a choice, and that is a choice of, do you want to be in a casual relationship or do you want to be in a serious relationship with YouTube? Now, if you're in a casual relationship with YouTube, that's totally fine. That's when you're thinking, you know what, I'm just going to make videos whenever I feel like it. I'm going to see you when I feel like it, and we're going to have fun together, but we're not, you know, I'm not seriously going to kind of commit to this. Like maybe it could go somewhere further down the line, but right now life's a bit busy. I'm not looking for something serious right now. I'm not able to devote somewhere between 5 and 10 or 15 hours per week to be doing this YouTube thing seriously. Therefore, we are going to be in a casual relationship with YouTube. And again, that is also totally fine. And when you're doing YouTube casually, basically you're just not being consistent. You're uploading when you feel like it. You're like, you know, maybe upload a video this week and then maybe 3 weeks from now and then maybe a month from now. Then you take a break for a few months because life gets in the way and then you upload another video. This is a casual relationship. You cannot expect to get any growth on YouTube when you are just in a casual relationship, just like you can't expect an actual relationship to grow while it is a casual relationship.
You got that, guys? Now, the first thing I did was I sat and thought about that choice. Thought about, okay, is this a hobby or is this where I want to go? This is where I want to start a business. Do I want to build off? Because as I looked on YouTube, I see many people that started careers, and I was like, man, I would love to have a career on YouTube and doing what my passions are, my business, entrepreneurship, motivational speaker, leadership. That's my niche, and I want to help serve and help others in that area of focus. Uh, and so I want to do that, but then I didn't know how to go about doing it on YouTube. I know how to go about working at institutions, colleges, universities, nonprofit sector, but I didn't know how to do it in real time on social media. And I was like, people created careers on it. I was like, I want to do it. And they're able to move wherever they want to do their career. They can put up their studios anywhere in the country and around the world. And I started noticing people doing that, young people doing it. I was like, man, come on, I got all this years experience. I should be able to do this. So I knew right then I didn't want to have a casual relationship. I wanted to have a serious relationship with YouTube and a professional relationship, not a casual professional relationship. I wanted to have a serious professional relationship with YouTube and started my business. So I set myself from different sectors and looked at other YouTube creators, the ones that was just having fun. And also I started a network with several other YouTubers and seeing if they were serious or not. So I had this foundation. This is called my YouTube month mentorship here. I was listening to people that's been doing it, been successful at it, and I watched my circle. And so the ones that wasn't serious, I kind of X'd them out, and the ones that was serious, I stayed in touch with them because this is what I want to do. I want to be, I want people in real life, real time, and I want to use the people online on social media, YouTube, and that put me in a positive bubble to push me forward, to launch me out there. So that was my focus point. Just give you some as a new YouTube content creator. That's how I use that space when I made my decision. This is a serious professional relationship.
This is a purely for fun thing, just for funsies. And it's all good. And the mistake we see is people who have not yet committed to YouTube who are expecting some level of growth. Like, oh, in the last 6 months, I uploaded 3 videos randomly, and they were about random topics, and my channel's not growing. Yes, of course your channel is not growing, because you've decided you're in a casual relationship with YouTube, and you cannot expect any growth when you're in that mode. So that's being in a casual relationship, but you might, over time, decide you want to make it more serious, or you might immediately decide, you know what, YouTube is the one, and I'm willing to turn this into a serious relationship. I'm willing to devote 5, 10, 15 hours per week. I'm willing to publish videos consistently. If you then join the serious relationship stage with YouTube, I'm really stretching this analogy, now you have progressed to the get good stage. So in my book, generally for most people, if you want to go from get going to get good, and you want to do this more than just for fun, you want to do it seriously, you need to make that commitment. And within choice number 1, you need to decide, I'm going to commit to YouTube and I'm going to take it seriously. If you don't want to take it seriously, it's all good. You don't need to worry about it. But then, we start to get into interesting territories when it comes to level 2, which is get good. All right, now we are at get good, which is level 2 of being a YouTuber. And the objective in level 2 is to get good at making videos. It's to make our videos better. Again, we cannot expect any growth on YouTube when our videos are absolutely crap, which is what they're going to be when we're in level 1 and when we don't yet know how to make videos, unless you are already a professional videographer or a professional filmmaker like Matt Diavello or Peter McKinnon or people like that. For most of us, we are learning filming and editing and cameras and lighting and all my audio and all this stuff. We're learning it from scratch, and therefore the objective of level 2 is to get good. And broadly, there are 2 ways of getting good. The first one is quantity, And then the second one is quality. And my gambit is going to be most people should start with quality.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop right here because I really want you to understand this before he goes into his spiel of it. I looked at this one as a new content creator. I wanted to stay from that point. I looked at it as quantity over quality, or quality over quantity. I prefer quantity because I couldn't deliver quality because I don't know. I'm new, right? Or you're new, or you're a small channel. You don't have much skills. Like I said previously, everything I said earlier is right here. So I know what will make you better practice, right? Practice, as we know in sports and anything we did was taught. Girls and good boys was taught. Practice makes perfect. The more you do, the better you get. You see things that you didn't see the last time you swung on something, or shot a ball, or skate, or whatever you did, or hit a tennis ball, or golf ball, or whatever the sport or activity it was. You saw the quantity. So I know at this point I need to make. So I'm gonna be serious, and I know the topic, the overarching topic is to get good, and I'm at level 2 now. I'm gonna focus on quantity because I know I don't have quality. And I know I know there's no quality. So he's gonna talk about like making up to 80 videos at this point. I'm gonna say 150 to 200 videos, easy to get. If you don't have no skill set, you have to develop at least 150 to 200 videos, in my opinion, as a new to content creator. And like me, I have some concerns and some reservations, nerves, and stuff like that. And so I know I had to have more to get over them nerves, some of the anxiety, the little twitches. So I know my focus was quantity and what area. So my quantity was reaction videos. First, it was personal videos. It was first actually AI content, uh, messages, short stories, long stories, then personal videos, intro- introduce me a little bit, and then reaction videos. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna do about another 100 or so reaction videos, and that's gonna give you can see my face. I can watch my behavior and watch how I move on the camera and everything. So this is the next level where I'm working on right now. So after this, and while I'm doing it, I'm gonna be studying more with the professional side, quality development of my content content creation on my YouTube platform. So that's where the quantity is going to leverage my quality, and between that space between quantity and quality, and to elevate my professional content on YouTube platform, I'm going to develop skill sets that's going to form. I'm going to get more higher quality information and how to quality equipment, and I'm gonna work on certain things I know I need to work on to elevate to the next level. And I already see the difference in the last 5 months. Literally, guys, I see the difference in the last 5 6 months. So I'm there, and I'm moving in that direction. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know from a new content creator. I've been on since 2014, 2015, but actually, 2013, I actually really start this year. I came back to YouTube really this year, and I'm really focused on this, and I'm striving to get monetized in the next uh, 1 to 4 months. I'm not taking no uh, I'm not taking no easy way. I'm doing it the proper way. Some people get viral real quick, others don't. It takes a little longer. So I'm using these formats and these other people's strategies to move in the right direction. So let me know what you think. I'll just continue with this video for about 5, 10 more minutes.
Quantity. We need to make lots of videos. The more videos we make, the better we are going to naturally get at making videos. And then the more videos we make, and the more we can think of like 1% improvements to those videos over time, the more we're going to get to a point where we make actually quality videos. And you might have heard the story, you know, the parable of the pottery class, where there was this guy who's running a pottery class, and he split his class into 2 groups. One group needed to make 1 pot every day for 30 days, and so they made 30 pots by the end of it. And the other group, the other half of the class, just needed to make 1 pot over the 30-day period. So at the end of the 30 days, they just made 1 pot and they put all their efforts into 1 pot. So that's like, there's like a quantity group and then there was a quality group. And at the end of the 30 days, there was a panel of judges and they judged where the best pots were. And all of the best pots came from the quantity group. It came from the group that was making 30 pots in 30 days, rather than the group that spent absolutely ages, 30 days on a single pot. None of them had a pot that was any good. And it's basically the same vibe when it comes to YouTube videos. Quantity has a quality all on its own. The more videos you make, and you think about these little marginal improvements over time, the better you get at making videos. There's that really cool graph in Atomic Habits that shows that, 1% improvement over a year every day compounds. So like 1 times 1.01 to the power of 365. And then you get a 37 times improvement. So just by making your videos just a little bit better each time, thinking, you know what, let me try out this new editing trick. Let me try out these new titles, these new transitions, this new background music. Let me change the way I approach talking to the camera. Let me try and be a little bit more engaging. Let me use my hands. Let me vary the pitch of my voice. Let me change up the way that I kind of add a joke. Let me add some equipment in the background. Let me drink some water while I'm doing it because it makes me more comfortable filming videos. We're applying these minor modifications over time, but crucially, we're not trying to do them all at once. Each time we make a video, we're just improving something small about the video so that over time, as we make more videos, and I think this video's, for me, this was about 50 videos. So it was like 30 videos in Get Going, 50 videos in Get Good, and I think for me, by video number 80, I was able to make good videos. At this point, we've got a few things. So firstly, what does it take to make a good video? What does good actually mean? And, there's sort of two ways of thinking about this. There's the standard stuff. So there's, title, there's thumbnail, there's hook, there's personality, there's camera presence, there's editing, there's music, there's sound design. And then there's a bunch of stuff like, 9 writing, 10 structure, 11 branding, and a bunch of stuff that I'm probably forgetting. But basically, the message here is that this is not easy stuff. There are whole university degrees and diploma programs devoted to each of these things. Maybe not titles and thumbnails, but you can literally get a 3-year university degree in just being a videographer, in just being a lighting person, in just being an audio engineer, in just being a public speaker. And yet, as YouTubers, we have to layer all those things, and this is hard. This is not going to be an easy thing. It's really fun, and it's a really cool skill to improve over time, and getting good at making videos gives you tons and tons of skills that makes you so much more marketable in the job world, but also levels up your own personal skills, gives you the ability to make cool stuff further down the line. But again, this is hard. It takes a large amount of time, and the mistake that we see beginners make, even intermediate YouTubers that are is that they try and do everything at the same time, and they don't recognize that it does take a large amount of quantity generally to get to a point where your videos are high quality. Again, caveat, unless you already know all this stuff and you're already a professional filmmaker. So those are the things that make up what makes a quote good video. But then how else do we define what is good in terms of videos? And broadly, there's an intrinsic version of good, and there's an extrinsic version of good. Now, the intrinsic version of good is the internal compass that we have on, are my videos good? Like I said, it took me about 80 videos, where I was probably on around 2,000 subscribers by video number 80. It took me about 80 videos for me to think, you know what, actually my videos are pretty good. And I think the intrinsic one is quite important. And, the way I think about it is,
And that's a good point. Like me, right now, intrinsic part of me is, I got 160 videos right now. I just ran up about 7 online, added 7, but I had about 155, 160. Now, I think I'm at 167 or something like that videos. I'm just saying, my intrinsic, what I feel about my videos, I done got better, and I'm moving towards good. I'm right, better towards it good. I'm getting there because I got a lot of things I'm doing. So I'm there now. I'm right at good. I know I definitely got better. I know I'm definitely comfortable behind the camera. I definitely know expression. You see my hands. More good to some of my previous videos. You see my hand just a little, but not as often you see now. So I'm using some of the cues that they tell us to do, and so I didn't see myself get better over time. So I know I have a lot more to graduate to. My stuttering sometimes. I'm very careful of that. Um, and other avenues I have to focus on. But I'm right towards good. But I think another 50 to 100 videos, I think I'll be good. And from there, I could just take off. But as long as my content, I know one thing, my content has always been consistent, and now it's better. I know I'm actually projecting my voice a little better, uh, and elevating my voice, so you're able to hear the words clearer. So I think I'm better towards good. So that's the intrinsic part. But then let's hear the other part.
your videos pass the cringe test. And the cringe test is that if someone came up to you, like a friend or family member or someone on the street, God forbid, and said, hey, I really liked, I watched one of your videos the other day, or, oh, haha, I can't believe you started a YouTube channel, I watched one of your videos, how much would you cringe? If you would cringe at that, it means that your videos are probably not very good. Whereas if you'd feel like, oh, it's not too bad, I don't feel too cringy about that, it means your videos have passed the cringe test and now they're at least internally good enough in your mind. And to be honest, like over probably 95% of people who start YouTube, I'm making that number up, but it seems accurate. 95% of people who start YouTube never get to the point where they think internally that their videos are good enough, probably because A, they're not focusing on quantity, and they're not, crucially doing that step of 1% improvements over a large period of time to get to quality. But at some point, your videos will pass the cringe test, and internally you'll feel proud of the video, and you'll think, you know what, this video is actually pretty reasonable. But obviously, it's not good enough to just make videos that are what I was doing. But this channel recently hit 2.7 million subscribers, which is insane.
Sorry, guys. We get back to where we was at. Sorry about that.
Where I was probably around 2,000 subscribers by video number 80. It took me about 80 videos for me to think, you know what, actually my videos are pretty good. And I think the intrinsic one is quite important. And the way I think about it is, do your videos pass the cringe test? And the cringe test is that if someone came up to you, like a friend or family member or someone on the street, God forbid, and said, hey, I really liked, I watched one of your videos the other day, or, oh, haha, I can't believe you started a YouTube channel, I watched one of your videos, how much would you cringe? If you would cringe at that, it means that your videos are probably not very good. Whereas if you'd feel like, oh, it's not too bad, I don't feel too cringy about that, it means your videos have passed the cringe test and now they're at least internally good enough in your mind. And to be honest, like over probably 95% of people who start YouTube, I'm making that number up, but it seems accurate. 95% of people who start YouTube never get to the point where they think internally that their videos are good enough, probably because A, they're not focusing on quantity, and they're not, crucially doing that step of 1% improvements over a large period of time to get to quality. But at some point, your videos will pass the cringe test, and internally you'll feel proud of the video, and you'll think, you know what, this video is actually pretty reasonable. But obviously, it's not good enough to just make videos that are good in our own eyes. Ideally, we want them to be good in the audience's eyes as well. This is a bit trickier because this is now where we're setting goals that are outside our own control. So I don't really like thinking about this too hard, but generally we know when our videos are extrinsically good enough when we start to see our channel and our videos getting a little bit of traction. So what are the things that make for a good video? Really, it's just two things: that people click on them and then people watch them. That's it. That's literally all it takes to make a good video, and that is the billion-dollar formula of being a YouTuber. If you can get people to click on your video and you can get people to watch your video, you are absolutely sailing, and you would be a billionaire thanks to YouTube. And that is the thing that all YouTubers ultimately are struggling with. How do I get more people to click, and how do I get more people to watch? Now, thankfully, we do have metrics for this. Click is our thumbnail click-through rate, which YouTube Analytics tells us. Watch is our kind of watch time and retention. But to be honest, when your channel is small, there's not a lot you can do with the data because you just don't have enough numbers for it to be statistically relevant and useful data. The other thing you can look at is engagement, so comments. And generally, you'll know when you start sort of getting to the point where your videos are actually good, i.e. useful or interesting or entertaining or inspiring or engaging to someone else. When you start seeing comments that, oh, I really like this video, or this video really helped me, or wow, that was such a funny video, that was so insightful, that was so informative. When you start getting those sorts of comments is when you have this other barometer of, someone else other than me thinks my videos are also good. But to be honest, at this point, I wouldn't really focus too much on the extrinsic metrics. They are there, and you can spend maybe 5% of your time optimizing the strategy and thinking about titles and thumbnails and market research and stuff. But really, I think for most people, our main objective, and certainly my main objective when I started the YouTube channel, was get to a point where I'm just making lots of videos, quantity. I'm not thinking too hard about what do I make videos about, and trying to hold myself back. I'm committing to 1 or 2 videos per week, which worked for me. Maybe your schedule will be different, but you do need to commit to some level of consistency because this is a serious relationship, not a casual one. You're doing your 1% improvements, and then you're making your videos slightly better over time with all these things: title, thumbnail, hook, personality, camera presence, editing, music, sound design, writing, structure, branding, to get to the point where your videos now pass the cringe test, and you don't cringe really hard anytime someone says, I watched your video, because now you're internally thinking, you know what, this video is actually pretty reasonable. And then what I would suggest, going back to our 3-part model, at this point, once you have passed the cringe test, at this point, we are now making choice number 2. Now this is where it starts to get fun. So fun that I've even switched my color of pen. Choice number 2. So while choice number 1 was casual versus serious relationship, or kind of breakup was a third option. Choice number 2 is the choice between, is this a hobby, or is this a business? Yes, that's the gambit we're going to go for. So get going, level 1. get good level 2. And before we get to level 3, we have choice number 2, which in fairness, it's like a spectrum. And it's a spectrum of, am I treating YouTube like a hobby, or am I treating YouTube like a business? And different people are going to be at different levels of it. To be honest, I treat YouTube somewhere here. It's like very much on the business end, but it's still a little bit like a hobby because I still want to have fun with it. But to be honest, I treat YouTube like a business. I know a bunch of people who treat YouTube as a hobby, and that's totally okay. But when you're treating it like a business, what I mean is that you are trying to make money from it. When you're treating it like a hobby, you're trying to have fun.
See right here, this is very important here. Look at this engage. Look at the extension between hobby and business. This is what I had. I took it. I paused it right here when I first watched it, just like I'm doing right now with you guys. I thought about it. I said, what do I want to treat this? From the beginning, I always said a business, and at this point, I thought to myself, I had a feeling. I felt like, hey, this is really, what do I really want to do? I want to stay as a hobby, just have fun with it, or do I still want to focus towards the business? And I decided in my mind, I'm still trying to focus towards the business. Um, so at that point, that's when I said, I told you earlier, I got rid of certain people. I said I had focus groups with people I worked with that was on YouTube. They didn't know. We just was talking about YouTube, but it was a focus group. That's how I approached it. Remember, I said I'm looking more like a business than a hobby. It was a focus group to see which one's going to go forward towards the business model or towards the hobby model. So as you look, like he said, I was focused more towards the business. I was over here on the spectrum more towards the right as far as the business. And I noticed people that was more towards the left to the hobby. See, I went on with the farthest right because I still enjoy making videos instead of just focus on business. I enjoy the videos. But then when I look between the groups, between the people that was treating as a hobby and the people that was seeing it as a business, I saw the space in between, the distance. And so I said, I can't keep going back towards over to the hobby sector people. I just focus on the business sector people. I'm still cool with the business hobby people, and it's fine, like he said, but I really focus on the business because that's where I'm planning on moving, the space I'm moving into. So that was my decision making.
So again, I know this is not like a dichotomy, but it's like, what are you focusing on? Money or like value to the audience, etc. In a way, treating something like a business means it's sort of focused on others, and treating something like a hobby is more like focused on yourself. And again, I'm not saying you're selfish for having a hobby. You know, I play the guitar as a hobby. I play the piano as a hobby. It's a hobby I do for myself. It's a hobby I do for fun. I'm not treating it like a business. I don't want to monetize my passion by monetizing the ability to play the guitar. I don't want to, right now, release my own songs. I don't want to do covers. I don't want to play in a pub. I don't want to do busking for the sake of money. I want to do all this stuff for fun because it like fulfills and enriches my life as a person. And if you want to do YouTube for fun, that's totally fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But then
And then I'm gonna stop right here at this point again. I have a point to make on this. You're gonna meet people on YouTube that says one thing and says another. Meaning they're gonna be, oh, I want to get monetized. Why do you want to get monetized? Because you want to make a profit. You want to make some money off of it. Then you're gonna see the same person say, I want to have, I want to keep my small group. I want to just do this. I don't want to do. It's, I think it's two major points. Either they got into YouTube and they realized they got monetized and they realized it's still the same as before being monetization. You still got to put that work effort in it, and then got to put more in there. And they maybe feel like that's not what they really want to do. That's not, and they want to see it as just go back towards a hobby. Nothing wrong with that. But when you recognize the difference, if you see that you want to push it further as towards the business model and go further, that's where you see the difference between you and them, and you got to make a decision.
you don't really need to worry about level 3 because level 3 is about getting smart and is about treating YouTube more like a business. Now, if you treat YouTube like a business, you can still have fun. Like, I'm not saying the fun is completely divorced from the business side, but there is a little bit of a danger because when you start making something that you find fun into a business, into work, it actually can sometimes take the fun away from it. Like, I really enjoyed making YouTube videos when I was working as a doctor because it was like my escape from that. And even though I was trying to make money from it, it was still fun because I didn't need it to make money. Now these days where my job is making YouTube videos, sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I think, oh, I don't want to make a YouTube video today. Then I get into it and it becomes fun, and you know, I've now got a team and we've got the studio, we've got the office, it's quite nice, it's good vibes. And For me, treating it like a business has in fact made it more fun, but it does kind of take a little bit of the joy out of the craft when you have to make money from it. So again, absolutely nothing wrong with treating YouTube like a hobby, but I think we want to be honest with ourselves. Like if you're treating it like a hobby, if I'm treating guitar like a hobby, I wouldn't beat myself up that, oh, I played a song the other day and it wasn't very good. If I'm treating playing the piano or singing like a hobby, I wouldn't beat myself up if I'm like, why haven't I made $1 million a year from singing yet? I'm treating it like a hobby. It's a hobby. Whereas if I have a business, now I can start to have goals that are a bit more sort of external facing, a bit more thinking about what would an audience actually want, and how can I treat this YouTube channel a little bit more like a business. And that is where we get to level 3, which is get smart. And this is the level that people are at when they decide that they want to move a little bit more towards the business end of the spectrum. And if it's a hobby, you don't need to worry about this stuff. But if it's a business, then here are some things that we can start to think about. So
Okay, one last
let's go back to our basic model just to make sure we're on the same page. Level 1 was get going. We started making our videos. For me, this was about 30 videos. Level 2 is getting good, where we're making a bunch of videos, we're committing to it, doing it consistently because we're in a serious relationship with YouTube, and we're improving slowly over time to get to the point where we pass the cringe test, and that's when we know that internally our videos are now good. And now choice number 2 is, do we want to treat it like a business or do we want to treat it like a hobby? And if we want to treat it as a business, we now go into get smart territory, where we can now start thinking, okay, I'm being a creator, I'm having fun, I'm doing this kind of as a hobby, but I also do want to take it seriously. I want to think of it like a business.
Okay, guys, just want to end that right now. I'm doing this for a reason. Because like you said, I like it. Like it's like Spanish. I speak Spanish. I studied Spanish for 6 years, in college, university, and also I study abroad. I'm a given scholar, but that's my hobby. I enjoy that, like study Spanish. I don't see it as work, business. I can turn it into a business, but I did for a short period as an Spanish interpreter for community services. Um, but outside of that, no, that's my a passion I love. That's a hobby. Wouldn't necessarily want to have it as a business. Now, the other side of this is I want to turn into a business, but for the section we're talking about right now for new YouTube content creators, this is where we will stop right here. This is enough just for us right here. Now, if you want to go to a business side after you monetize, then you can watch the last part of that. But right now, this is for growing your channel, developing your channel, becoming a YouTube content creator, a new content creator, and small content creators. This is the information right there. You got the diagram, you got the pyramid structure, you got the blueprint, so you can decide where you want. Now, if you want to push forward, I say go further into the business sector of this. But right now, if I'm just stopping right here and cutting uh, this YouTube clip at this point, because this is the point I want to react to and focus on reaction video on, and we'll stop right here. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for this friendship. We're face to face with the nation. I appreciate you watching this YouTube clip. It'll be on my blueprint for new content creators and small content creator channels on my page, on my channel, under my playlist. I hope you enjoy this. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment below.
Now,
Have a wonderful day.